Okay, so this is my Raspberry Pi 4 4GB running with the Windows image from zanfix, which is the one from Marsan's thread. I'll link it in my last video, I'll link it in this video. And I found something out weird the other day. If I just switch it on, so you can see that it just comes on with a red light. If I unseat this and then plug it in again, just unseat it slightly, you can see the green light comes on, and hopefully we'll get a boot. Yeah, that's booting up. So if I just show you the Raspberry there. So what's weird about this is that there is no other USB version of Windows. Everything is on the SD card, and I hadn't realized because going through the thread, the start way of doing it was to boot from the SD card, little boot program on the SD card, and then you had a USB stick to run Windows. And in this, the zanfix image is working just from the SD card that's in the Pi. Now, mine booted up, and because I wasn't planning to run Windows, I put the wrong SD card in. I didn't have any mouse and keyboard support because the 4 USBs on the side of the Pi don't have USB support. In this version of Windows, obviously they're working on it, and you have to use whatever's plugged into the USB-C, and this is why I've got this weird power adapter which doesn't really supply enough power to it, but it's booting Windows, so we'll see what happens. So this little USB adapter that I'm using, this on-the-go micro USB adapter, isn't really supplying enough power to the Pi. I did try another one from Amazon, and I mentioned it in my previous video. It just didn't work. And also, weirdly, this doesn't boot at all on my other Pi. So my version 1.2 Pi doesn't like my adapter at all because it's non-standard. Here we go. So we boot it up. And this doesn't always boot, so I'm quite happy that this is booted in this occasion. The password is zanfix. And because it's still set to German keyboard, you have to type in yanfix because it's Qwertz in Germany and Qwerty in the UK and America and various other places. Let's log in. And here we are. So we now have Windows running just from the one SD card. It is using the on-the-go adapter still because that's the only way you can get mouse and keyboard support into it. So if we go to settings and system and about, here we go. So it's I'm overclocked to it's actually 2147, but it says 2.15, so it's rounding it up. Still only supports 1 gig, but if I go for system info, here we go, processor ARM Cortex 2.15. It's a bit flickery, I don't know if the screen capture will pick that up, I don't know why that is. And if I do, let's quit out of that, Control Alt Delete, Task Manager. So it isn't getting enough power, so it may toggle back. So processes, you can see everything's very low here. Performance. There we go. So if I just open up a folder, networking's not on at the moment. I don't think there's anything in this. vsremotetools.exe. Well, let's do the old snap it to it. There we go. That's a bit better. So let's just flick through some folders and you can see on the right hand side what it's doing. What can I start? As a problem thing is I haven't got any internet, so I haven't really got much on here to be able to show anything. Oh, and settings gets rid of that. Can you not do settings in it? Oh yeah, you can. So let's just click through and see what it does. You can see it shooting up. Toggled it back, is it? 1.73 gigahertz. Now that could be, that went up a bit. display, sound, notifications, focus assist. Right, I'm going to put some things on there and just see if they work. So let's just stop my screen capture because the things I want are on the screen capture SD. Not very good planning. Okay, so I've copied over this folder and I've just got a few things in there to try. So I thought I'd try and install a few things. I thought showshifter would be an interesting thing. This is a really old version of a media center program. MP3 file doesn't recognize anything as being able to work. Well, let's just double click on this photo and see what happens. This popped up on my wife's computer as a loading screen for Windows 10, one of the automatic ones they do, and it was a really nice image. But as you can see, it doesn't really show up. I wonder if I can... Okay, so that doesn't seem to work. I wonder if I can just set it as wallpaper. Right click. Set as desktop background. Oh, there you go. So that changed pretty quick. Okay, let's go back to system monitor and let's just try. I've got some emulators in here, but this is old. I was just going through one of my old CDs to try and find things. SNES is an emulator, and it's usually just an exe file, so I was hoping that it might just work. Oh, looks like something's happening. Oh, select camera to take a screenshot. Right, where's my mouse support gone? I do seem to have lost mouse. I wonder if it's because it's in this window. No. Press Z to continue. Oh, that's Y on this keyboard. Right. Task manager. Isn't that weird? My keyboard is back now. So if I click on that, is it working? Oh, it's crashed. I think it's crashed. Right, okay. So let's try something else. Because a lot of these programs will be created for x86, and I did look around, but I didn't spend enough time trying to find things that would work on an ARM processor. But you never know. Let's try MAME and see what happens with this. I haven't used this for so long. Where is it? EXE. Oh, okay. Big Red Racing is a program, an old program. Again, ages old, so let's see what happens if I try and install it. Check with the software publisher. Okay. Again, I'm using super old things now. Gameboy. Looking promising. Oh, actually, let's not obscure that. In fact, let's do that. And that. There you go. So, file, load ROM, desktop, Game Boy, Jetpack. Yeah, it's working. I don't have any joypad plugged into this. The trouble is I don't want to keep plugging things in because I know it's already starved of power. I was trying to find a different... Oh, okay, so the arrow keys work anyway. Oh, something happened. I think E was start. It's working. Crikey, it's fast. I don't know what... Oh, okay. E is definitely start. I don't know what fire is, but that is working. And this would be... Oh, crikey, I mean, I must have downloaded this ages ago. It doesn't really tell you. Well, actually, it does say 1999 on there. So it might be 1999 that I had this. But it's interesting to see that that's still working. Should we try the other one? File, load ROM, sensible socket. Yeah. This actually plays alright. Not with me using it on keyboard and not knowing what the keys are, but this actually plays alright on Game Boy. It's amazing. It's me. There you go. Oh, he's there. Oh. Okay. So that's working. I'm surprised that's working. What else did I try? Big Road Racing it didn't like. I can't remember what Genesis. Oh, Genesis, the Mega Drive. So I've got 2 emulators here. Right, that can't run. It's funny, I know some of the things old, it won't allow it. And I can try the compatibility wizard, but that doesn't always work. Troubleshoot compatibility. Although this is probably going to use system resources because this always takes a while. See the RAM and the disk usage. Okay, that was taking a while, so I'll cancel that. Let's try. So Lander was a like a thrust game, which I downloaded, which is quite recent. Oh no, so this is old as oh, like 1990. Okay, oh that was the Windows 3.1 one, right? That was obviously not going to work. So Rally. See, a lot of the games, because I don't have an internet connection, a lot of the games now I could have got from the Windows Store, and they're more likely to have ARM-based Windows games, but then a lot of those are touchscreen, so they might not have been so great. Right, that doesn't work, but is there an installation file? No. Let's go back. Last thing I've got really is to try that showshifter and see if it allows me to install it. So what have I got here? Look, December 2003 this is from. Do I want to install this program? Well, might as well. Will it work on Windows 10? It seems to be installing in the normal way. Showshifter 3.00. I agree. Yes, keep me informed. I have purchased Showshifter Pro. Do not install a third-party program. No. Yes. It's getting quite far in, isn't it? It's not installing all that slowly either, which is quite impressive. Let's look at my lovely desktop while we're doing this. Yeah, I do like that as a desktop. And it is, just as a bit of information, it is El Chalten in Argentina. So let's get this other one back up and get this one over the top. Probably don't need this, yeah, I probably don't need that anymore. Oh, no, I've got an MP3 there, so I might be playing that with Showshifter. Although I've noticed at the bottom right hand side we have a symbol for no sound, detecting problems. See, it's toggling the speed of the CPU back, but I think that is to do with this power always at the top here. But it's so much more stable than the first version I tried. And so imagine if you've got the USB support, if you've got internet and you've got 4 gig, I think it would actually run alright. Installation actions are now being performed. I don't think I tried Bluetooth. Well, it's running slow now that I'm doing lots of things at once. Yeah, there's nothing on there. Devices. Now these must be Zanfix's things because they're not my things. So add a Bluetooth device.
Battery 60%.
Couldn't connect. I wonder if it's Bluetooth is disabled in here just to speed things up. No, there's no Bluetooth in there, is there? And there's no way of turning it off and on. There might be somewhere else. I'm probably just missing it. Right, so let's go back, get rid of that, and go back to my Showshifter. Please wait. Still trying to detect audio, but this might be all sorted when I plug in my little USB sound card.
Aux audio.
Turn off sound. Thank you for choosing Showshifter. Next. Look at that. That's a seriously old image. Cannot connect, that's a surprise. Oh, do I have to? Oh, I don't want to reboot because it sometimes doesn't reboot. The installation will continue after your system is restarted. If not reboot now, you will need to do so later. Right, okay, so, well, let's try and run showshifter before rebooting. Oh, it's on the desktop, look. Let's see what happens without a reboot. Oh, my CPU went up to 1.93 then, that was interesting. 2.04. Computer needs to be rebooted. No, I don't want to reboot now because I want to plug in my sound card. Oh, sound's come on straight away. Right, that's good. Quite recognise that quick, didn't it? And I haven't plugged it into this OS before. Yeah, speakers, right. Okay, so I had an MP3 in here, but I don't think I've got anything that'll actually play it. This was one I recorded from vinyl using the Pi in another video. Open with, that's a bit worrying. Is it going to come up with anything that's going to run it? No, so there is no... How can I play sounds? I guess there's sounds... If I do, you know, you can change the sounds for Microsoft. The different tasks that you're doing. So let's see if that comes up. Change my system sounds. So, are you ready? Yeah. So we have sound. Okay, so I'm going to have to restart to try the showshifter. Okay, so it's restarted. There's my lovely background again. Give it a few seconds. Well, it doesn't seem to be waiting for anything. Double click on showshifter. It's a bit worrying. Internet Explorer's come up. Read me first. Right, okay. Oh, we're in. I'm guessing it was before widescreen TVs looking at those icons. So, can I move around? So I have mouse. Right. Oh, is it still loading up? Still doing something. Oh, I'm happy to wait. Detecting audio compressors. This was like a media center on the TV. Ages ago, I used to have I don't even remember the specs of it, but a very low spec, something like a compact desktop computer, one of the ones that goes under the monitor, and I sprayed it black. I wish I had photos of it now. And I used to run this on it, and it actually worked all right. It was quite a nice operating system because you could use it with a, I can't remember what I used to use as a remote control, but I used to use something as a remote control. So, well, let's flick through for nostalgia reasons. Showshifter can easily be controlled by any of the following devices: remote control, wireless keyboard. Oh look, TV tuner card. By connecting your PC to a television, you and your family can take advantage of showshifter from the comfort of the sofa. Showshifter jukebox, yeah, that's what I want, the jukebox, because I want that MP3 to see if it'll work. Entertain your family. Right, so I can do that photo as well. This wizard will take you through the steps needed to configure showshifter. Yeah, I haven't got a capture device. Right, are we in? Right, okay. So, how do I get... Right, I think I'm going to close down various things. I'm going to close down showshifter and open it up again, but also close down that Edge browser because that's not going to help. So I tried another restart, and let's see if I can find out where this is working much better now. So that should now show that MP3 file. We'll now search the computer for media files. Would you like to wait while this happens? Yes. There's quite a lot of games in there. I might find some images as well from some of the games, I would think. So maybe I should have moved it to a separate folder. Okay, click this button to add the music you want to play. Oh dear. Oh, this is the sound effects from from the game, it looks like. So where is my MP3? It's found everything but my MP3 in it. Too fast, see? Keeping it was. Might have crashed. It was all looking too good. Crashed. Right, I'm going to try that one more time because I can go straight into it now. Search for a track. Can I just go straight to K? Yeah, I can, look. Oh. What? What? Maybe I can't. Maybe I can press K? No. Farts. These are from Big Red Racing, I think. Well, let's try one of them. Well, in fact, got to go for the obvious one. Brilliant. And then go down to the keep in one. Doesn't seem to like this MP3 file. Weirdly, it would play the other files. Yeah, it crashes on that file. Shut down computer. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.